Welcome to this pre-recorded presentation for SeeUnity Mobile, featuring a use case profile and product demonstration. To understand a typical user profile, let's meet Scott Murphy. Scott's an operations consultant for a firm that helps improve business processes. He's based in Boston, but he helps important clients all over the country. His clients come to him because they have some very complex processes, often involving a large employee headcount, multiple work sites, and extensive equipment and assets. To be effective for them, he has to be able to respond immediately to their requests at any hour of the day, any day of the week. It means Scott spends more time on the road than in his office. It also means he needs to get hands-on with equipment, personnel, and processes. Before SeeUnity Mobile, Scott worked on the go using two very familiar devices. Scott used a smartphone to stay in touch, using email and chat, and to manage his contacts. He could take a photo and videos of equipment as needed, and in a pinch, look at a handful of document types. And of course, Scott wouldn't have gotten very far without his laptop. After all, it was the only way to really access his SharePoint portal, where he creates and shares project files with his team and his clients. It was also the only way to access the corporate enterprise management system, which had a corporate library of reference materials, proprietary tools, and as well as all historical data for older projects and customer histories. The value of laptops and smartphones shouldn't be discounted, but for on-the-go experts like Scott, this strategy is showing its age. Laptops are hard to work with on the go. Air travel is notoriously inconvenient, and security check-ins aren't going to get easier anytime soon. Laptops also seem to invite peripherals like chargers and cables, USB hubs, wireless cards. Laptop hardware seems to age almost immediately, and you have to worry about staying current on software, making sure that all your different applications are going to interact correctly. For both laptops and smartphones, just about any access with content is going to require some type of internet connection and network connectivity to your system. Scott's definitely had to scramble and improvise around internet problems. And finally, if the last few years have shown us anything, it's that less is more, and the only thing better than needing just two devices is needing just one. And that's where Scott is today. Just that one device, the touchscreen tablet. This one device can now do the job of both smartphone and laptop. It does everything that made Scott's phone a smartphone, including email, messaging, video chat, and it will take pictures and record HD video. Scott uses SeeUnity Mobile to access his SharePoint repository and uses SeeUnity Mobile as a full-fledged ECM client. With SeeUnity Mobile, Scott is doing more than just consolidating his devices. He's dumping that heavy laptop and bulky bag and trading it in for a slim, light tablet. He's got the benefit of both Wi-Fi and network access, and he's eliminated the problem of hardware performance and software compatibility. Plus, he has the added benefit of an offline mode so that he can work with content even when he's not online. SeeUnity Mobile brings SharePoint and enterprise content to your tablet or smartphone, anywhere, all the time. You can fully interact with your content, including navigating folder structures and proprietary ECM objects and containers. You can search, sort, filter the results. You can view all major Office and image file types, as well as HTML and mail formats. You also have the ability to edit and create content in third-party apps, and then upload that content through SeeUnity Mobile. SeeUnity Mobile is federated, meaning that users like Scott have just one app for accessing all of their content management systems simultaneously. SeeUnity Mobile is secure, using native APIs to pass credentials and encrypted file access. Device accessibility can be managed by IT. SeeUnity Mobile is streamlined, provides a very simple and intuitive experience for finding and consuming content. Scott can tag objects as favorites so he can find them with one press of the Favorites tab. And SeeUnity Mobile goes offline. SeeUnity Mobile can download files so that they can be viewed or edited anywhere. When the connection is restored, changed documents can be resynchronized, and newer versions can replace the downloaded copies. Now that we've gotten an understanding of what Scott needs and what SeeUnity Mobile can do, let's see SeeUnity Mobile actually on the job. Consultant Scott is headed to visit a client on site and review some best practices metrics. For this trip, he'll be using SeeUnity Mobile both to access relevant references in his ECM library, as well as contributing and collecting work-in-progress data while traveling and on site. Janet Long is Scott's client, head of operations for a large company in Denver. She also makes use of Scott's SharePoint site to get updates on projects and forward them to other stakeholders, and to update the project site with any data that Scott may find useful. Now that we understand how Scott and Janet use SeeUnity Mobile on the job, let's take a hands-on demonstration to actually show how Scott would interact with content on the job. At the last minute, Scott moved up next week's meeting with Janet. To make sure he's on top of everything, Scott is going to review some documents during his flight. Scott has project documents in a SharePoint server, as well as some assets in his ECM legal library. The first thing Scott is going to do is tag an ECM workspace as his favorite, so he doesn't have to hunt for it later. Now Scott will find the client's active projects folder in a SharePoint server and tag that as well. Scott can select the Favorites tab and view these folders at any time. Scott is also looking for some specific documents to work with. Rather than browse through his libraries of content, he'll just search for contracts. Scott can sort by name and scan down to find the right document. He'll download and tag this as a favorite for future use. Scott can open it full screen to dive into the document. Switching to metadata view will give Scott information about the document. The amount and type of metadata depends on what's been entered for the document and the ECM system that the document is managed in. He can even send this out to a colleague via email if need be. SeeUnity Mobile makes it easy to forward enterprise content as needed without having to fire up a laptop. Scott will go back to his favorites folder and go and download the content he needs so that he can access it during his flight. Now Scott can access the content that he downloaded, even though he has no internet access during his flight. Scott has a document that was posted by Janet that he needs to respond to and make edits as needed. After reviewing the document, Scott's generally in agreement with what Janet's posted, but he'll make a quick Once he's done, he can save the document back to SeeUnity. Now you can choose to save the document back to SharePoint as a new version, a subversion, replace the existing document, or create a new document. When Scott's back online, he'll be able to sync the documents that are on his local system back up to the server. Now all of the offline changes that Scott made have been uploaded to the server and are accessible. So that's our demonstration of SeeUnity Mobile on the job. Professionals like Scott work anywhere at any time to meet their clients' needs, and they need their content to work just as hard and be just as available. Use SeeUnity Mobile for access anywhere, anytime, and to have access that's both read and write. Use SeeUnity Mobile to streamline your access to enterprise content, and use SeeUnity Mobile to ensure that access to your content remains safe and secure. That concludes our use case demonstration of SeeUnity Mobile. Thank you for watching. And remember to visit www.seeunity.com for more information about SeeUnity Mobile and other content integration, migration, and mobile delivery products. Thank you.